Hi, this is Empress Divinity with a new video, and this topic is going to be about parenthood. And when I speak on this topic, I'm addressing people who really judge like their parents harshly. In conjunction with this topic, I am addressing like the younger people and people who really haven't even had kids yet. At some point as a parent, you are going to not know what to do. You are not going to have the answers, and you're going to only be able to do the best that you know to do. And even with all that being said, your children can still feel you felt them. I can assure you that majority of parents had their children and they held you as a tiny infant looking down at you and just felt an immense love that they never thought they could feel for anyone else. And all they wanted and want is the best for you. And everything they've done, everything that they did was to ensure that's what you would have. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are flawed people, and a lot of people don't have the information that a lot of us are blessed to have nowadays. So they just did the best that they knew to do, and they just tried to do better than what they felt they were failed at. Even when you try to do better than what you feel you were failed at, there's a way that when you so harshly judge someone else, especially your parents, that's where you come from. And 9 out of 10, you become blind to your fallacies, and most people become the very parent that they did not like. If you never do anything differently, if you never go to any higher spiritual understanding, if you never break the common cycles that have taken place with your parents and with their parents, then you will be your parent who you're so harshly judging. You will fail your children in the same ways and places, and even new ones that your parents failed you or you felt you were failed. So what you have to do is you have to speak those truths aloud. And you have to see them for what they are, because I've noticed a lot of people stay walking around with a childish mentality but grown. What I'm saying by that is when you're a child, you're supposed to see things as a child. And as you get older, you're supposed to see things through more mature eyes. But some people never let childhood wounds mature. You have to take the experiences that you have now as an adult and you have to apply them to your memories. And you have to rightly divide. And that's not to say that your parents or parent was perfect. You may rightfully divide, and you may actually find out a parent that you respected and you loved a lot manipulated, schemed, used you for their benefit. And rightfully dividing, you'll be able to see it. Okay, my parent did their best with what they had, what they did. Yeah, my parent was wrong, but I can forgive, and I can see where I need to grow and what I need to learn from, so I don't repeat this cycle in my child's life. A lot of people equate forgiveness with a feeling. Forgiveness is a choice. You have to make a choice to forgive. It's not about how you feel. If you wait to feel forgiveness, you will never feel forgiveness, because forgiveness is not a feeling. It is a choice. And you have to choose, I am forgiving. And you need to forgive your parents. The second thing about forgiveness is people tend to think if you forgive, especially like forgiving parents for like their shortcomings, that you're in agreement, or you're saying that it's okay, or you're not saying that what happened was wrong or acknowledging it. And that's not true. By giving forgiveness to a parent or parents that you feel failed you, you are setting yourself free to continue to grow spiritually and emotionally and mentally as you should be. You are not letting your past have power over your now and over your future. And when done healthily, healthily, and positively, forgiving a parent or parents who have harmed you is breaking cycles in your life to where you will not repeat those things to your children. And just because you're forgiving doesn't mean that you need the other person to say I'm sorry, because like I told you, as I've learned, forgiveness is a choice. So you make the choice to say, you know what, I'm forgiving. And even if that person doesn't acknowledge what it is that they did to you, or even if that person has passed on, you don't have the chance to confront them. Like, you can forgive them without their presence. The last part is, like, if you have chosen to forgive that parent, our parents, and they're still very toxic to your life, and they're very, much still like the people who are harming you and everything. Forgiving them does not mean that you have to let them in your life or the life of your children. By forgiving them, when you make the decision not to allow them in your life or the life of your children, it won't be being done out of maliciousness and bitterness and evil. And, also, while they won't be physically in your life, they also won't be spiritually in your life by you continuing the cycle. So at some point, I'll probably do a separate video, just on forgiveness and moving on, and making sure like you're doing that process correctly, so that way you can move forward. But for now, this is all I have to say.